Well, folks, it's Slimp Skimpleton here, broadcasting straight from the Fold District, where the Hamishites dip candles, gold is gospel, and time folds tighter than a miner's lunch tin. Let me tell you something. Gold ain't just a shiny rock for nervous billionaires and reluctant brides anymore. It's a signal that the old world's cracking, the fiat fairy tales running thin, and the earth herself is reminding us real value doesn't expire. Before we get started, I need to tell you that companies mentioned on this here radio ditty have compensated us for the privilege of doing so. So hear me now, invest at your own risk, and by the way, this is the Ellis Martin Report and Money Talk Radio. Here's my morning rant. Gold has been tested by war, inflation, market manipulation, and the ghosts of 1,000 currencies. But she holds, she gleams. And if you're not watching what's happening in the junior resource sector, well then you're probably still investing in fax machines and dial-up dreams. So today, I'm going to walk you through a few standout names, companies that shimmer in this golden tide, with a sprinkle of Fold lore and a pinch of Skimpleton sauce. Let's start with Blue Lagoon Resources. That's BLLG on the Canadian Securities Exchange and BLAGF on the OTC in the U.S. These folks aren't just exploring, they're producing. The Dome Mountain project up in British Columbia is permitted. It's loaded with gold and silver, and they're drilling like the mountain's got secrets, which it does. They just landed a buy rating from Fundamental Research Corp with a price target of $1.11. If you're listening closely, the Fold's whispering. Keep your eyes on the dome where the mountain remembers. Next up, Xtra-Gold. That's ESAU on the CSE and ESAUF over the counter on the OTC. Now, this one's got a mission. They're reclaiming mine tailings and urban gold in Quebec, taking what was once tossed away and making it shine again. It's low impact, high potential, and more than just a green pitch. It's a fold-back strategy. Revive the old, fold in the new. And if you've ever seen Elder Hamish give a nod, this is the kind of project he'd nod to. Now here comes Benton Resources. BEX on the Venture Exchange and BEXRF for you folks stateside. Benton's a blend of old school grit and modern discovery. Gold, nickel, copper, even lithium. But let's talk gold. Their Newfoundland projects are strong and they're partnering up to widen the reach. If you believe in optionality, Benton's a solid place to park your gaze. This one's building out, slow and solid, like a Hamishite barn. Then there's Xtra-Gold Resources. That's XTG on the Toronto Stock Exchange and XTGRF on the OTC. If you don't know about Xtra-Gold, you haven't been paying attention to Ghana. That country breathes gold, and these folks are pulling it out with precision and purpose. Over 55,000 ounces produced and more on the way. They're not just poking around. They're building trust, digging deep, and expanding the resource. El Dorado vibes with Fold-approved karma. And last but far from least, Tudor Gold, TUD on the Venture, TDRRF in the U.S. They're working the Treaty Creek project in British Columbia's legendary Golden Triangle. 17 million ounces of gold, my friends. That's not a typo. This is what we call a world-class system. Major discoveries, deep mineralization, and a team that's in it for the long fold. If the Fold had a national reserve, Treaty Creek would be its Fort Knox. Now, before I go soak my boots and sip some Hamishite cider, let me remind you, these companies may be current or past paid vendors of the Ellis Martin Report and Money Talk Radio. Always do your own due diligence and never let your Fold get flimsy. For more, visit their websites, read the reports from Fundamental Research Corp, and keep your ear to the ground because the Fold's always humming when gold's in motion. For the Ellis Martin Report and Money Talk Radio, I'm Slim Skimpleton saying keep it gold, keep it fold, and don't let fiat fool you.